Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Once more, here we are and at your dual market channel, youtube.com. Here is JJ Andrade and Daniel Pedroso for one more Domingão do Opção, because we didn't find a name in English for that. So, how is it going, Daniel?
Hi, I'm good. And you?
Good, very good. Good week. Market never falls down. S&P 500 ramping up to 6,000 points. And let's see how you'll be.
The VIX dropped to
the minimum of the all time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so definitely not a good time to sell volatility.
I just want to leave a message, please.
Okay.
Today is my daughter's birthday, so I want to leave a message in Portuguese.
Okay,
Filha,
go ahead.
feliz aniversário, papai te ama. Eu sei que não assiste, mas depois eu mostro para você, tá bom?
How cute it is, huh? How cute. Okay, let's talk about the markets, and let me give here the first trophy here for Silvio Borges, our first message here. Hey, hi, let's go. And okay, no more introductions. Let's start the game. Let the game begins. Graph, S&P 500, how we are. Let me change here, and you have more space on the screen to show to everybody.
Last week, the S&P goes up. We still have a setup to trigger it on May 9 on daily frame. On weekly frame, we don't have any setup triggered.
Mm-hmm.
In monthly frame, we have two activities setups. First one, the setup tree triggered on April, and the second one, the setup 2 triggered this month. They both is still going on, so we can have the both setups triggered and is still going on. You want to explain more about setups or?
Okay, just a quick message. So you have two arrows there. One, the first one pointing down, the second one going up. So the setup 3 doesn't mean exactly that the market will be start to decline, but that is our return to average. That means also consolidation, because sometimes when the price does not go down, in this case of the arrow input down, the average can also go up. So in that case, when they find each other, let's say, we use that trigger for setup 3. For setup 2, in this arrow, the green arrow going up, it's a trend. So we got a first leg, let's say, going up, then a pivot that's set for a little correction, and then now with low volume, another pivot breaking down, setting this trend to keep going up. So it's a kind of confusing right now. We see that there is no volume in the graph. So pay attention. Yeah, that means that we don't have a clear definition. I like to extend, and I like to enter into setups that I have several time frames with a clear signal. Here I have one saying that I can consolidate and another one saying that I can go up. So be careful right now, mainly when the volatility is very low. Sometimes it's an opportunity for us to start to buy volatility, to buy some options, even call or puts if you have availability to do so. If you don't have your hedge, it's maybe the right time to start to put a hedge in your portfolio.
Yeah. Let's go to triple Q.
Triple Q.
So in triple Q, as we saw in the SP, so last week they went up. We still have the setup to trigger it.
Mm-hmm.
Frame. In weekly frame, we don't have any setup triggered. And on monthly frame, we still have the setup to triggered on November 23.
Okay, so see that it's a kind of similar to the same S&P, but we don't have in this case the setup 3 and setup 2 in the very last two candles. Right now, we still having our uptrend, but same concern. Our last month, we got a lot of dropping in the volume, so more than a half from the volume of previous months.
Yeah. Bom, triple Q closes in the highest level, monthly frame.
That's all-time high?
Yeah. Not the all-time high, but it's the highest closest.
Okay.
So the all-time high is 454. Now we are 451. So 3 points upper. RUT. So in small caps, we still have two setups triggered. So the first one, setup 1. The second one, setup 2. In daily frame, both still working.
Mm-hmm.
In weekly frame, we don't have any setup triggered. And in monthly frame, also don't have any setup triggered. Different from S&P and triple Q, RUT is still
in a consolidation phase.
Yeah. The all-time high is about 14% upper the value they are now. In commodities, DBC. So this week, the commodities have
a huge breakout.
Yeah.
Ramping up.
Huge movimentation. So Friday, we close with plus 1%. In daily frame, we don't have any setup activity. In weekly frame, we have 3 setups. So first setup 1, second setup 1, and third setup 1. They still working on. If we have this breakout, we'll trigger it a setup 2. And monthly frame, we don't have any setup. So we have only on weekly frame. Let me see. So we can spot that's trend line is almost broken.
Take that line and just do a parallel channel for the bottoms, because we just to clarify that still being a bearish trend, but hopefully can configure a blackout and a reversal move after already reached the 200 period average. I don't like to work on reversals. I wait a little bit, but here's a clear reversion situation. So but just keep in mind.
Yeah.
Next one.
PDVC, daily frame. We don't have any setup. Weekly frame, we have two setups, one.
Yeah. If you see on that case, there is already a trend, a downtrend line that you can extend a little bit, and you can see that we already got the breakout. Take your green, yes, and just put up to the end of it. Yeah. So that one is already configured, a clear breakout. But again, we always wait a little bit.
Yeah. So in weekly frame, we have both setups, one, and on monthly frame, we still have a setup one and setup one, setup two triggered. But as we said, I don't think the market now is going down. So I don't bet it. And the XY, so we have in daily frame a setup 2 downtrend, and now a setup 3.
And setup 3, it's return to the average. What average we're talking about? That 104, 105?
Yeah. What's there?
So looks like we'll be training the upper side of this consolidation channel.
Yeah. On weekly frame, we don't have any setup there now, and on monthly frame, we don't have any setup activate. So we just have both setups on daily frame. And here we have shoulder, head, shoulder, but this trade was not activated yet. So I don't know if you can see. So
yes,
it's a shoulder, a head, another shoulder, but the neckline wasn't breaking.
Yep.
Next one, PWC. Do you want to see oil, gold, silver?
Let's see oil, gold, silver. Then we go to Bitcoin.
Okay. So in gold future, we have a setup 3 triggered.
Still on?
Yeah, still working on. In weekly frame, we have a setup 3.
Okay.
And on monthly frame, we have a setup 2 triggered on March.
Months ago. Yeah. And we took advantage of this trigger especially for us.
Yeah.
Just to let you know. And we still on in some of the trades that we did bullish in gold, and no reasons to complain, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Oil.
CL and oil. So we have both setup 3 already working on, and now a setup 2 in daily frame. Here is the 200 average.
Right.
The 500. So both averages here close one by another. In weekly frame, we have a setup 1 triggered on April 29.
Okay.
And monthly frame, we have 2 setups, 1 triggered First one in January and second one on February. So we have different signals triggered in crude oil. So
Yep.
we have setups in monthly.
We don't trade news, as everybody knows, but if you see, looks like the president of Iran and some huge guys on Iran, they got their helicopter in a crash accident, let's say. And keep in mind, Iran is the third nation, the biggest nation in OPEC. So that may be affecting the oil price in the short term.
Yeah. Do you want to see silver?
We can.
As the gold in silver, we have setup 2 triggered on May 15.
Mm-hmm.
On weekly frame, we have a setup 2 triggered on April 1st. And on monthly frame, we have no setup trigger.
Okay.
This is an important breakout. So this is the highest level since the COVID. And now it's the first time that the silver already break out this value. This is a trend line that was broken.
Mm-hmm.
And now we have in this only in May, half of the month we have plus 18%. So this is a huge movement for
with a high volume. It's important to say, because in COVID you got that huge volume. Yep, but now we have another one the previous week that confirms the breakout and realized to be a uptrend for silver.
Yeah, half of the month, and we have, let me see the volume.
Yeah, usually after a huge breakout like that, you start to get some consolidation and what we call fatigue to then restart a new leg, So right now, it's for this week that was even a good ramp up. You see that the volume starts to trend down.
Yeah. So last month we have 2.3 million.
Mm-hmm.
And in half of this month, we already have 974. So almost the half of the volume of the last month. So
correct.
Maybe another month of high volume in silver trend. There is another BTC. It's USDT.
Yep.
So Bitcoin, we have now a setup 3 still working on, and now a setup 2 triggered today.
Mm-hmm. So both bullish signals. So
yeah,
in the short term, it's saying that Bitcoin, it's an uptrend. It's going up.
Yeah. On weekly frame, we have a setup 3.
Mm-hmm.
And on monthly frame, we have another setup 3. So weekly and monthly, we have setup 3. And
kind of consolidation.
Yeah.
And a daily base, very short term, up.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Guys, in the other side, if you have any questions, please let us know. Put here in the comments. I will open here my portfolio. And in parallel, also, please, if you want to go to the calendar and check the interest rate right now, Daniel.
Okay. calendar. So this week we had the JP saying 15. What time is it now?
Oh, 7:30 p.m. 19.
Okay.
So it's over.
It's over. Yeah. So we started with JP talking. Tomorrow we have another members of Funk saying, so Bostic, Jefferson, Bostic again, Master. On Tuesday, we have another Funk members speaking.
A lot of blah blah blahs this week.
Yeah.
Okay,
On
then
we have existing home sales, crude oil inventories, and the Funk meeting minutes. So I think this must be the most important on this week. On Thursday, initial job claims,
manufacturing
PMI,
PMI.
yeah, service PMI, new home sales, another.
So we have service,
members
manufacturing, and
speaking.
composites.
Yeah, another member speaking. And on Friday we have durable goods orders and nothing else. So it's a week of blah 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 blahs and PMI. Let's say this is the most important.
Okay,
data.
you want to talk about the yield curve while I'm opening here the platform?
Okay, let me. Oh, the yield curve. So 10 years plus 10
We're
years.
seeing the graph, the Bitcoin graph. Maybe you're sharing the wrong screen. Oh yeah, now we can see it.
So the 10 years minus 3 months, we have a minus 1.04. So they still in half of the way between 0 and the minus 1.89. That was the lowest value.
Mm-hmm.
About the Fed meetings, the market now bets that in the end of the year we are in between 575, 475 and 500. So it's almost two meetings with the
No
Fed
change.
the Fed changing in 25 bips. So let's see when. So the next meeting is in June. Still unchanged. July unchanged. September we have the first change in 25 bips. November unchanged. In December the second change. So that's the bet the market closes the year in 475. What else do you want to see?
Well, we can go to the earnings. I can put here, and
Okay.
I can show my portfolio, and that will be it. And also, let's see how the futures opened right now.
Okay.
Share my screen.
if you have any stock, any ETF that want us to see the trend and the setups triggered, just put in the
Comment
forgot.
section. Comment section.
Yeah, in the comment section.
So here we go. Right now, this portfolio, it's suffering a little bit. We reached 19, if you remember, 2 weeks ago, and I got a very wrong position. Still on. Some of them I closed, but no problem. I show to everybody all my losses and all my winners. All my losers and all my winners. So right now, this is the biggest loser that I do have, the Qualcomm earnings trade. We do have some gold. I got some hit on gold too. So $1,900 being negative. So here, the biggest hits that we got from the last 2-3 weeks that you affected where we were before, around 18, 19. So if you see right now, it's almost 15. So that's the reason here. Not hiding anything. So yes, we do have several butterflies and different strategies like 112, 332 going on. This is our biggest win so far, but several options trading were made here. Here for the next period, 12 days, almost expiring. I just have a naked put here, works as a hedge. This amount that is negative doesn't matter because the market paid. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I do have some buy and holds for the other portfolio that it's a rough for my kid. So these small accounts started with 5,000. This other small account started with 25,000. What else? Amazon is also belonging. No, Amazon is on the biggest in the bigger account. Just shares. Disney, I have shares, and here it's a naked call from previous strategy. Who knows if Disney can explode? So I have here convexity. SMH just holding positions. NOC holding positions. SNDL holding positions. Very old tickers that I do have here under control. eBay is still here, very old too. MPW2. Now a new trade will expire. This one I opened 2 days ago in NASDAQ. Once I saw on the setup that you guys saw the breakout was in a bullish trend. Now it's a kind of bearish. I can adjust later, no problem at all. Just raising a little bit this leg here, but it's just 50 points. Maybe are you close on kind of zero profit at all, but or I can keep if I'm seeing a kind of correction. So the idea was not to lose anything. The market paid here, but I have a kind of hedge. But our setup is saying that it's going up. So let me see if I can roll the strikes a little bit up. Oh, there's just one spot here, and I receive $300. Yeah, it will be something like this, and then I can at least pay the trade with $42. Nothing big here. Bill just holding position, holding position, holding position, holding position, holding position, holding position. This it's a very aggressive that I'm doing on the rough area, going in the booster using triple Q in steroids, right? That's 3 times the movement of the triple Q. The gold that I mentioned, and finally QCOM. So sometimes the market is saying to me, hey, JJ, don't lose more money. Keep doing just ES because it's better for you. but we always like to diversify a little bit, and I have no reason to complain, right? From $13,000 in 5 months in a $25,000 account. Keep in mind, this is my son's account. I'm trading for him right now, and I'm kind of aggressive here. 98.5% of buy power usage. I don't do that on my customer's account, but here again, it's just a small account, and I can assume more risks. Okay, that being said, let's see. Dow Jones right now, 40,041. That means 0.1% up. S&P 500, 0.16% up. Triple Qs, 0.15% up. Small caps, 0.15% up. VIX dropping another percent, right now being quoted in 13.58. Talking about some commodities. Commodities, not big movement at all, just silver. That's wrapping up 1.23%, right now being quoted on 31.65. All the rest still in kind of consolidation. Coffee, it's taking a huge gap too. A breakout for the upside, 7.75 points. That means almost 4% in price going up, but it's a small volatility and you are not exposed to coffee. Okay, let me check here if we do have some important earnings that can shake the market.
If you want to see, we forgot to say about VIX. So VIX, this red line is the closest price. VIX is the lowest value since the lowest close here was the last one. So since November 26. Let's start again. So the last time VIX closes is smaller than now. Closed smaller than now was in 2019, November 26. So we have the smallest VIX values from the last 5 years, almost 5 years.
Time to buy volatility again. So don't tell us that we did not give you any recommendation, because if you tell so, I will confirm. In Portuguese is saying here that I'm not doing any recommendation. So okay, for this week we have Zoom, Wix. They are inside of the technology sector. Bigger ones here, those, but it's not. I don't think that will affect at all the market. The biggest one for this week, I think that it will be NVIDIA. Daniel, correct me if I'm wrong, but we still have some like Target, just to feel how the market it is right now. Zoom, because of COVID around that time, is still having a good volatility to be traded. But again, nothing compared to NVIDIA. NVIDIA will be the biggest hero or the biggest villain this week. Hopefully, we can find some opportunities to sell volatility. Who knows? But everything that you want to know, if you'll be trading, expose it or not, is just join us in our weekly meeting with our black belts. And if you want to know more details, we have a link in the description. And you can use your Google Translate if you don't speak Portuguese for that. Okay, I think that we covered everything, Daniel.
Yeah.
In just 35 minutes. A new record. Yay! Okay, guys. So Thank you for your attendance. See you next week. Have a wonderful week. Bye-bye.